All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost getting close to the end of the virtual event checklist. I want to dive into something that's extremely important for your audience. Background noise. This is something that can be extremely frustrating for your audience because it takes away the ability to concentrate on your actual message, because you're putting them in a position where they can't hear you anymore, whether it's people talking, dogs barking, babies crying, outside noises that can be addressed and can be situated if you handle it. But most people don't even acknowledge it, and they try to ignore it, and it's putting more damage on their brand than help. We know that we all work in the virtual world, and many of us still work from home, so we are very accommodating for those who work from home. However, you still need to address these situations to ensure that you're the virtual professional, you respect their time, and you respect them taking the time to listen to your message. So avoiding any sort of background noise and ensuring that you have their undivided attention is extremely important to virtual professionalism. You already know, let's get into it. What's extremely important if you're going into a virtual meeting and there's others around you, to let them know you're about to go into a virtual meeting. I was on a meeting last week, and this group of individuals were trying to pitch the idea of an investment. And as the lead person was going through the pitch, I could hear their significant other in the kitchen making obnoxious noises, being extremely loud, having the sink run. And nobody acknowledged it, and it went on for a good amount of the actual meeting. You need to let others know that you're going into a virtual meeting. It's not especially if you work from home, it's not their job to monitor when you're going into meetings, when you're not going into meetings. It's imperative for you to address that for them and let them know, hey, I'm about to go into a virtual meeting. Can you please keep it down or go into another room? And if you're unable to do that, it's time for you to address this with your audience. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I appreciate you taking the time to sit on this video call with me. I want to let you know that my significant other right now is actually in the kitchen cooking dinner for our family. So I want to let you know, if you hear some clanking or dinging around, that's kind of what's going on. If you find if it's getting annoying or we're not able to concentrate, I'll address it accordingly. But I just want to let you know, if you do hear some stuff, it's just my significant other in the back taking care of business. Address it. We'll talk about this downstairs, but I have construction that's outside, and it plays a role when I'm going into virtual meetings because it can be noticed. Hey, I have my kids are at home. I have my dog here, so if you hear the dog barking, just let me know if it's annoying for you, and I'll handle it accordingly for you. So acknowledge it, bring it up for yourself, and you're going to get that respect from your clients because they're accommodating. All of a sudden, they can sympathize with you, right? Being able to have your clients and your audience sympathize with you is going to give you that respect of virtual professionalism. Turn off any sort of notifications, dings, bells, buzzes. Everything should be turned off. How often are we checking our phone in virtual meetings? Do we do that when we're face-to-face? If we're in a face-to-face meeting and we hear our phone go off, do we check it quickly and just do this in a meeting? No. So why do we do that in a virtual meeting? Turn off any sort of notifications that's going to take away the distraction for you, because when you have these bells go off, all of a sudden it's going to take away your attention, and because your attention got taken away, now you lost the attention of your audience. We don't want to do that. We want to maintain the respect and the undivided attention of our audience to ensure that we're getting our message out. Turn anything off that's going to cause these distractions for you, right? And then, of course, let's head on over to the coach's corner. We can talk about these things briefly. I don't want to touch too heavy on it because the background noise, this is something that's very hard to manage, especially if working from home. There's only so much we can do as individuals to avoid background noises, but if we have a dog that constantly barks at everything, it might not be in the best interest to have the dog in the same room when you're going into a meeting. Or simple things like acknowledging it. So obviously, right, know the background noises. Okay, we want to address it. We want to turn off any sort of notifications. Okay. Those are the main two things that we want to do, because once you address it, and if you turn off any sort of notifications it's going to bring with you, it's just a matter of moving forward and going on with it. And finally, if you're working from home, let others know, right? Even your kids. They're going to be kids, so they're not going to be quiet, but they should know that you're about to go into a virtual meeting. So let them know, address the situation if it does arrive, and then, of course, you got to turn off the notifications to avoid any sort of distractions for yourself, because we don't like background noise. So let's head on over to the green screen. We'll check this thing off. We got one more thing going on. Boom, pow, confirming your background noise. How you like me now? Stamp it on there. You can go to your virtual event checklist right here, and you can check that thing off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 9th check-in. I'm going to send you downstairs quickly. We're going to talk about physical appearance. Physical appearance is extremely important, and it's imperative when going into virtual professionalism to demonstrate that you're best of your ability and how you look, because when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, they're going to feel that too, which is going to get you all the positive responses that you want. So check it off. Let's send you downstairs. We'll talk about physical appearance, and we'll see you shortly.